I had a new log splitter delivered in this crate. It's fairly flimsy in its current construction. However, it's a good launching point for my property box idea. First up, some selective demolition and staple removal. Next up came some hardening of the sides. I'm adding 2x6s to the base and 2x4s for the perimeter of the top. When I started out this build, I wasn't sure if I was going to try to build some sort of drawers where I slid them out from the side or accessed everything from the top. So rather than ruminate on it, to borrow a phrase from another YouTuber, I just went on doing what I knew I needed to do and let the next steps beyond that wait while I thought about what to do next. Once I added these 2x, I went back to stapling as much as they had stapled the original construction. Basically, staple the hell out of it. With that beginning work completed, it freed me up to remove the plywood stiffeners that were in the original construction. I wanted the inside of the box clear, which is why I added the strengthening to the outside and waited to remove the plywood stiffeners until the box could handle that kind of demolition. My handy dandy nail removal tool. This was the first time using the nail remover for staples, and I was pleasantly surprised that if I used it on one leg of the staple, the whole staple pinned out rather than having to do each leg separately. Right from removing a bunch of staples to putting more back in. The next question is, how deep do I make the drawers for this thing? Maybe if I laid it in the drawer or something like that, because I'm thinking I'll have a third sliding drawer that can either be in this configuration, slide over the top of this drawer, so I can reach what's underneath. Anyway, that's what I'll be working on today. I have some strips of oak wood that I'm going to use for the rails. This is dedicated to my wife here. Yes, honey, I'm keeping my fingers away from the blade. It's always good practice, especially at the end of a piece of wood, to pre-drill a hole before screwing through it so you don't split the wood. Now I'm ready to cut wood for drawers. The plywood for the bottom is 3/8 inches thick, and I'm cutting a dado by just making multiple passes with adjustments to the fence until I have a dado the width for the drawer bottom. Six and a quarter and 27 and 3. Well, I'll cut once and hopefully only once. I don't have a whole lot of plywood on hand. Since the beginning of COVID, almost a year ago, I have been crafting things with my hands as a creative outlet while staying on the property. Part of that is not going out to Home Depot every time I need something. It's both a challenge, as in a skill building challenge to see how much I can do and how much I can use, including working on these drawers. I've got some old redwood. This redwood has been used on siding for parts of our pool enclosure. I've got these cutoffs and I'm finally using them a little bit more. My piles of wood that had been collecting are diminishing. The trick now is I'm getting into a point where I'm challenged a bit more, like with this this part of the wood here. I had plenty of wood here to do 3 sides, but I ran out on the 4th, so I'm going to put these 2 together and nail it up to get this deeper drawer that goes in there. Nice, huh? Okay, so this fits. Now comes to the part I've been avoiding. My plan had been that the trays be removable like this. Problem is, I don't want them to be able to just fall because they get a little off track. I don't want them falling in on each other. I've had things that are built that way, and it's annoying when, a tray that is supposed to sit up like this falls in on what's below. Alright, drum roll please. Let's see if I can get this in here with just one rail removed. Looks like I have to remove 2 rails. Alright, well there's that. That's a beauty. This is one of the longer things I'll be putting in here. Very nice. So if I cut this guy down to the same height, I can make 2 drawers. I can either slide them as one, I can spread them apart, I can take just the one out. I think I'm going with that. Here's an example of this being more of a ranch than just a hobby home. If you listen carefully, hear that moaning? That is a goat getting ready to go into labor in a couple days. Oh, and she's just looking for some sympathy, aren't you? Yeah. So there it is, in all its glory. Although, wait, it's missing one thing. Here we go. One more door here. My big 4-foot level. But if I lift this drawer slightly and twist this just right, it goes in there. How cool is that, huh? Now I have my drawers. All that's left for this puppy is a lid, but I can build that another day. Alright, so there's that trailer load. I have drawers I can slide aside, pick stuff up, take it out, move things aside, grab something. Got some odds and ends here. Take that out, take it elsewhere. I've got some organizing to do, but this is going to make moving things around much more convenient. Ready to go.